Well, hello. I'm about less than a mile from my home on the way on my shopping trip, and I thought I'd stop here because I live in the UK and on the side of the UK, a place called Wales, and I thought I should show you some of the signs, the Welsh language. The first one I've actually come across is this, which is the bus stop. Uh, it does say Saffel. I don't know how to pronounce the second part. Busia, I think, or something like that. Anyway, it means bus stop. And if I move on just a little bit, you can see the sign in English for bus stop. This road itself is usually extremely busy. Lots of cars, lots of commercial traffic going into the main town up the road, which is a town called Wrexham. And that's where I'm heading, and I'm going to be going, if you can see just ahead of us here, there's a sign just there for the, there we are, for the country park, and I'll be going through the country park, and that's the way I'm going to go shopping today. So I'll see you a little later on when I've entered the country park. So bye for now, bye. Well, hello again, and I'm in the country park now, and as you can see there's signs again, both in Welsh and English. I'm told that Welsh, which is obviously the second part of that sign there, is a totally phonetic language, and once you know how to pronounce everything it's very easy, but I'm afraid, though I was born in Wales, I'm not a native speaker. Though my lady friend actually, again not a native speaker, but she's pretty good at it because she went to school in Wales and had to learn Welsh, so pretty good, so perhaps she'll tell me how to pronounce some things later on. Normally there's quite a bit of traffic, or at least quite a few cars down here, but not today, as the park gates are actually closed to motorised vehicles, and there's just cyclists, and as you can see the odd dog walker is going past us, enjoying the sunshine. So I'm going to try and cycle now, holding onto the camera, which is going to be great fun, because I've only got a very ordinary camera. Nothing special, and I'm not used to doing this, so this should be fun. I might have to actually hold on to the handlebars a minute, so excuse me while I get going. Right, there we go. So I'll look round the country park. I've covered the microphone a little bit with part of a piece of tape, so I hope you can hear me okay. See if we can avoid this bump. No, I won't, I'll go straight over it. Oops, there we go. I usually try and avoid those, but not with the camera in my hand. So we're just coming up to a cafe here, which is very nice. It's usually run, a lot of the staff are the people who are I think they find educational difficulties, and they're really friendly and really good. So we often come in here and have a nice cup of tea. Right, coffee there. There's also something called All Ability Bags, which I greatly approve of. And now we're into the country park proper. And it's the largest park in the county of Wrexham. That county is a kind of area in the UK, and as well as a town. So the town is called Wrexham in the middle, and there's a whole borough or county round that, also called Wrexham. And this is the largest country park in the county or the borough of Wrexham. Pretty nice, you can see. And I'm actually happy to do this. I'm not cycling illegally, as it were, on paths people are supposed to walk in, because, as I say, there's actually a bike shop, and as long as you're careful, I think it's perfectly reasonable. So this, I think, is a pretty darn good way to be able to go to the shops, especially in the current climate, where I feel terribly sorry for the young people who are stuck indoors. And my opinion is that once this is over, we should start some sort of crowdfunding scheme whereby families with young children being stuck in flats in city centres and so on for a considerable period of time should have free holidays and be able to get out in places like this. All expensive pays, of course. So, and I for one will be well up for funding that. So I'm going to stop here a minute because it gets fairly steeply downhill here, and I don't think I can hold the camera and go down this hill safely. So bye for now. Oops. Bye. I am made that descent fairly safely, and this is the reward on the bottom of the hill, and it's the River Allen here. Unfortunately, I thought there'd be absolutely dead silence, but they're doing some tree cutting, so I might put this video up just to make sure everything works and the content seems reasonable, but I might come down here again, and so you can hear the place when it's silent, well, silent from people running machinery, and all we can hear is bird song. So I'll be quiet for a second and listen for the birds. I was hoping that's all we'll be able to hear. So I'm going to stop recording again just now, cycle on a little further and perhaps out the other side, and then see how you like it, and perhaps I'll do it again without the, without the noise. It's ironic, isn't it? Whenever you come... Oh, has he stopped? Well guys, miracles do happen. They've stopped. Beautiful countryside on its own. Oh, there we are. I knew there was something going to happen. Right, really must say bye for now, and I might take a few more things just to see what we can see. So bye for now. Ooh, what noise. Bye. Right, I'm still in the country park, of course, and listen. Oh. Well, it was quiet for a while. I have been here when it's been absolutely silent, and it's absolutely wonderful. To coin a phrase, I love it. Sorry about that. I think you should copyright that actually, Payman. I hope I pronounced your name right, because I think it's become your signature saying, as it were. You really, really love it, and I really love this. So I'm going to say bye again for now, and I'll speak to you again a little further along. Bye. Silence is golden. And just be quiet and listen. That's the path I've just cycled along there. And I thought I didn't say anything at all. I'm just going to give you a quick view of my bicycle. This particular bicycle I haven't had for very long, just bought it last year, and unbelievably they don't actually make it anymore. It wasn't selling, and people want to make money from selling bicycles, so they're not making it, which is a shame. It's got a steel frame. The pedals are put on myself, which are interestingly precisely the same pedals that you two are using for your round the world tour, and I, like you, have found them absolutely excellent. MKS pedals, so there's a shout for those. I found this a little problem with the indexing on the rear to start with, and I had to take it back to the shop a couple of times, and they eventually changed the rear derailleur, and I've then learned how to index correctly, and everything's been absolutely fine ever since. Been stone reliable. I just went on a couple 100-mile trip last year, and everything went swimmingly, so I was looking forward to a much longer trip this year up into the mountains in Snowdonia, but events have overtaken us all, I'm afraid. So yes, I started before this. I had a very tatty old bicycle that I just used for commuting, 3-speed Sturmey Archer, and the modern bicycle, to me modern type bicycles have been a revelation. So much easier to cycle, especially up hills. The gear ratios are so low. It's got 3 sprockets on the front, and the lowest one, when you get into what they call the granny gear, so easy. They say the granny can actually push it. You're doing about 3.5 miles an hour, top gear, you can still be pedalling at around 35, which is pretty darn fast for a touring bike. So that's alright. The only other thing I might like to mention, actually, I bought this, I know you've got sort of much better mirrors than me, but these little mirror I found invaluable, actually. Just have a, because we drive on the left in the UK, so I can just glance at that and see what's behind. It's quite a wide angle. Once you get used to it, it doesn't create much drag, of course, not much wind resistance, very unobtrusive, and works rather well. So with that, I'll say bye again, and I'll try and put some of this up onto YouTube and you can have a look and let me know what you think. So from the UK, from Wales, from the country park near Wrexham, bye. And from me, John, bye bye.